ladies out here and all the gentlemen, how many of you here want financial freedom? Can you put up your hand? Yay! And how many of you don't really care about it? I'm not sure whether this is a woman's conversation because men are equally, how do I say, ignorant about how to manage money and create wealth when you sleep. Now, I want to say something. Money is perhaps the number one frustration in the world, okay? And throughout our childhood, right up to, till we die, we are working towards earning money. Our entire education system is so that we can land ourselves a good job, right? In spite of that, when we come to the end of our life, we still feel we haven't earned enough to live a comfortable life or to live the life that we really wanted to. 99% of the world are in that mindset, right? Now, what is the reason for it? There are a few challenges. There are some mistakes we make as far as money is concerned. And here I want to divide up my conversation between money mindset and good financial habits. And I know Shefali did mention the mindset part. I will not go into too many details about that because I want to talk about the real thing which you all are waiting for, which is how do you create wealth when you sleep? Now, what are the challenges we face as far as money is concerned? We have huge fear towards money. Very often we feel that money drives away people, right? Like if we have friends and suddenly we become rich, our friends will think, how did she become rich? Do we still continue friendship with her? The second thought that we have when we become rich is, are people becoming friends with me only because they have a hidden agenda because today I have money? The third fear that we have is we have to work really hard to earn money. Again, we feel that if we don't have knowledge about money, we can't create wealth. And finally, we feel that we need to earn a lot to be rich. Believe me, none of this is true. And this is what I'm going to try and address in the next 7 minutes with you. What you will learn in the next 7 minutes is how you can have a great money relationship. And I know Michelle out here spoke about relationships. Michelle, I'm going to bring in money also in the relationships that you spoke about because that is the starting point. How can you end your limiting beliefs and your limiting thoughts as far as money is concerned? How can you become a money magnet through correct financial habits? And how can you start building yourself a financial freedom? And Vani, yes, you are right. Women do tend to ignore managing their money, running from here to there and in a scattered manner trying to, find information as to how they can manage their money if they are interested in it at all or not. Now, the first thing as far as money is concerned is, like Shefali said, have a positive mindset towards money. If you believe that you are worthy of wealth creation, if you're worthy of being wealthy, then money will come to you. One of the deepest thoughts that we have is money is evil, right? I mean, we all know the song, money can't buy me love. But I promise you, even if money can't buy me love, your love will run away if you don't have money. Because one of the biggest problems that we have in relationships is because of lack of money. Divorce cases are because of lack of money. Inheritance issues, families break up with property inheritance issues. 90% of the world's problems are related to money, right? Now, and I'll share a few thoughts about this. When I was small, my dad always made us believe, we came from a middle-class family, that we can't afford things. So people over the world, I come from a city called Calcutta, Mother Teresa city. I'm a Bengali from there. Bengalis believe in giving children great education, cultural investment. So I was sent to a great school. I was taught how to dance, sing, play the piano, draw, everything. But I was never taught about how to make money. And anytime I asked my parents for something, the only answer we would get, we can't afford it. We can't afford it. So I grew up with this thought that I can't afford anything. I became a banker at 20s. And I promise you, banking does pay a lot. But I still thought that I couldn't afford enough because that is the limiting belief with which I grew up with. And that is the first thing that we have to crack. That how can we stop our limiting belief? How can we believe that having money is good? Because if you have money, you can do a lot of things for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for society at large, which you won't be able to do if you don't have money. Now, there are 3 aspects of money. 1, you earn money. 2, you manage money. And 3, you have to invest wisely. And none of this is difficult. As far as earning money is concerned, There are two ways in which you can earn money. One is by investing your time. You invest your time and you get money in return. Passive income is when you give money and you buy people's time. Okay. Now, as far as money management is concerned, I want to share something with you, all of you, and write this down. Take your pen and paper because this is really important. The thought concept came from somebody called T. Harv Eker. It's called the money jar policy. He talked about 6 money jars that you can have in your life to ensure that you will never be in debt and you will never be wanting of money when you have a lifestyle expenditure. Now, I'm going to simplify it and make it 4 money jars. 1, money jar, which takes care of your necessity. 2, your lifestyle expenses. 3, your investments. And 4, your learning and development. Now, what do? Typically, as individuals, we first spend our money in our necessities and then we end up spending money in our lifestyle, maybe learning and development. If little bit is left, we look at investments. Change that process. Even if you earn $1, first put money in your investment. I was forced to do that when I was in my 20s. My parents lost their house. I was leaving the city. I was living with them. I was working in a bank. I was the only one who could get a loan and get that house for them, buy a house for them to live in. I remember my dad cried the day he left his ancestral home. And I told myself, I am never ever going to put myself in that place. I was forced to invest at an early age of 20 to buy my first asset, which was my house. And that was the day when I started investing and I realized when I earn that first dollar, the first money that needs to be put aside is the money that I invest in, not my lifestyle, not my necessity. And I promise you, that is how I am being able to run my life today after having left the corporate world and setting up my business. I have enough. So these are the 4 money jars. Start by investing first. Next, invest in your personal development and learning because it will make you reach your money goals, your life goals faster. Depend on mentors, bring on coaches, ensure that you are learning continuously. Third, you spend on your necessities. If you have money left, only then you spend on lifestyle, like buying that expensive car, like buying that Gucci or Armani brand, like investing in fancy holidays. That must be the 4th category. And there's an entire science behind this. I just have a few minutes left, which is why I'm not going into the details, but I do teach all of this when I am, teaching my mentees, entrepreneurs. And finally, I'll go into how you can invest. Vani, I know you did refer to this, which is why I'm talking about it a little bit. Robert Kiyosaki spoke about a few cash flows. Okay, there are 2 kinds of cash flows which happen for most of the people in the world. 1, when you're earning as an employee. 2nd, when you are self-employed, like coaches, trainers, doctors, lawyers. The main money wealth creation part comes when you start your own business, when you have people who are working for you. And finally, when you're an investor. We are just investing in somebody else's company and letting that person take the headache of running that company. These are the 4 kinds of cash flows. The intention should be to move to become a business owner and an investor. And I started that really early. At the age of 30, I started investing in businesses besides investing in real estate. When you are investing in something, it is an asset only if you're earning something out of it. If you are living in your house and you have bought it as your residential property, it is not an asset. It is not, because you're earning nothing out of it. So I want to leave this thought with you, a few pointers. What I try to crunch in 7 minutes for you all is something that I do over a 3-month course. I hope I have managed to drive in some sense. There is risk in investing. So all I would want to say is go to a financial planner, go to a mentor who can guide you, but start investing today because that is your financial freedom account. And even if you earn $1, 10%, 15%, 20%, whatever it is that you want, needs to first be moved out of that $1 before you start spending in other areas of life. Thank you very much. And I hope I've given you 1 or 2 tips so that you can start today towards your financial freedom.